palm reading of a male whose age is 22. We would be reading his hand. Before I start my video, I would request you to press the bell icon and don't miss another update. You can call me or you can email me. These are the phone number and the email that are mentioned out here. Now we straight away head to this particular hand image. His age is 22. Whenever we are trying to take a look at anybody's hand, we first take the look of the structure of the hand. This is basically the bone structure in the hand, the fingers and the palm, and the padding over the mounds. So if the hand structure is good, by hand structure we mean the bone structure. If it is good, it means that they have a better hold over people, money and resources. So this is one of the best aspects of one's palm. Even if these people have got less good lines in their palm, even then it's going to play out in a much better way compared to if the hand was weak structured. See, weak structured is a very feeble kind of a hand. Very weak structured hand would show weakness in all aspects of their life. It doesn't mean that such people with strong structured hand, they never have a problem. It is not like that. Even a strong structured hand may have really big problems, huge problems, but these people would be able to overcome the problems and move ahead in their life. So that's what basically the structure plays a part in your life. If a person shakes a hand of somebody else, and if the hand kind of overpowers more people's hands, then getting overpowered, we can say with certainty that such a person's hand would be a strong structured hand. Now the other good aspect about this particular palm is regarding that there are less lines over the palm. Less lines kind of creates less roadblocks in our life, but this doesn't mean that such a person would not be having any problems in their life. But it is always better to have less lines compared to more lines. I would be explaining as we move ahead in the reading that there are few problems that we can see on the heart line out here and the money line out here and on the headline, these lines that we are talking about. But we'll just talk about other aspects on the palm and then move on to the area of trouble as well. Now, as far as the health goes, for health, there are two planets: the physical health part. The heart line tells about the emotional health part. The mind line tells about the mental health part. But the lifeline tells about the physical part. See, whenever the lifeline is deep and clear, we find that the line is deep and clear without any breaks as such. We don't find any breaks as such on the lifeline. We would say that the lifeline is good. Lifeline that is good means a robust health, a very good kind of a health. And the lifeline is covering two planets. This is the lifeline and it is covering two planets. This is the area of Mars negative and this is the area of Venus. So both these planets are playing out in a good way because there are less lines over it. Mars negative is the area of anger, aggression and fire. So his aggression is kind of targeted kind of a aggression. See, many people, they might be aggressive, but their aggression is negative. By negative means like that, for example, they are told to do certain things, and when they are not able to do those kind of things, they feel kind of they feel as if that and they get basically angry over wrong issues, and they are not able to complete their work. But such a person would have got targeted aggression. They may have huge amount of aggression, but very targeted kind of aggression, and targeted aggression brings success. And people who have targeted aggression would not waste their fire, because the Mars negative is the area of your fire within you. This is the area where your lifeline starts. So there's a spark out here. The Mars area is basically the spark. Mars is a red planet. Red means anger, aggression, and fire. So we have talked about the Mars part, but apart from the Mars part, the area of Venus should also be good. Having less lines over the mount of Venus signify that such a person is not this is the area of energy, stamina, vitality, and desires. The person is not wasting their energy. They are not wasting their energy. This is also, Venus is also the area of your fuel. This is also the area of your love. So these people have got very, very targeted kind of energies, and they don't waste those energies. So automatically, whenever we find the Mars and the Venus area good, we would say that the person does have very good health. And apart from good health, the person would have targeted fire and targeted energies. And people who have targeted fire are likely to be more successful compared to people who have got untargeted fire. I'm just going to draw a few lines so that you understand what untargeted fire person hand might look like. It would look like too many lines out here and touching, and various other lines out here and touching various lines, but such a person doesn't have those particular kind of indications on his palm. So a very, very positive indication that I can say with certainty. Now as far as his money line goes, now the money line, the money line, the fate line, and the Saturn line, we can say any line moving towards the mount of Saturn is said that it's a Saturn line, and it's called the money line. See, money line doesn't tell everything regarding the money. People want to know about the money, and they think that money line would tell everything regarding the money part in their hand. It's not like that. You have to consider other planets as well. Example, Venus, we talked about energy, and this is the area of desire. So the first aspect for success is that you should have a desire. You should have those energies. Without these energies, without these energy, you wouldn't be successful. So a person who has got well padded area of mount of Venus, those people are likely to be more energetic. They would be having more desires, and even if they fail 20 times, 30 times, still they still would have the energy to try out one more time, and they would kind of repeatedly try to do something so that they become successful because of their desire. This is also the area of your grace. This is also the area of your beauty, and a person who has got well padded mount of Venus are likely to be more graceful and are more likely to have more desires, leading to more success. But as far as the money line goes, the money line, you would notice this is the money line that I've drawn. I'm just drawing the headline. So this intersection that you see out here, this is age 35. The intersection of the heart and the money line, this intersection is age 53. So this portion of the money line is before the age of 35, 35 to 53, and this is 53 and beyond. I'm just going to remove these lines so that you understand what I would mark those age out here. So first we are talking about before the age of 35. You would notice that before the age of 35, the money line is breaking up in two places out here. So money line breaking up has got significance. What it basically signifies is that the person is likely to have some kind of a financial instability. It could be job loss, work loss, business loss. These are the natural things that we can say. But apart from this, it could also mean that the person might it could also mean that the person, their main earning member in their family, their health or wealth goes down. So more responsibility is likely to fall onto this particular person's head. The third aspect is that their personal life may get disturbed, and personal life getting disturbed automatically means that there would be instability, because if you don't have stability in your personal life, you're likely to be unhappy, and because of being unhappy, the likelihood you wouldn't be able to concentrate on your work. We would try to find that is this particular indication of these breaks is also showing up on some other line as well. So we take a look at the and the age before the age of 35 we are talking about. So we Take a look at this particular line. This is the headline. Intersection is age 35. So this portion of the headline is before the age of 35. So you would notice that on the headline, there are few downward, very, very small kind of lines. These particular lines are very close to the age 35 out here. These lines are very close to the age 35. This portion of line is somewhere in mid 20s approximately. If this is 18, so this is roughly early 20s and mid 20s, I would say. So downward lines pointing towards the mount of moon. This is the area of mount of moon. It basically signifies that some amount of mental disappointments may take place in his life. Now, because these lines that are kind of downward are very small, very small. I'm just zooming in. You would notice that these lines are extremely small and barely visible. So the effect of these particular lines are going to be very limited. It's not like it's going to be a huge mental disappointment. Those mental disappointments can be contained and may not get applied to a great extent in this particular person's life. So just a limited amount of mental disappointment. So this is the aspect. Now the third aspect that we would try to find if there are any problems as such, we would notice that this is the line of heart and it is kind of having overlaps out here, these overlaps out here, and there's a break out here, and specifically under the mount of sun. This is the mount of sun. This is the finger of sun, and the heart line is breaking up under the mount of sun. So a heart line that breaks, overlaps under the mount of sun, signifies that some amount of emotional issues may crop up in his life. Now the break in the line of heart may signify various things. It need not only signify relationship issues. It could also signify that the person is doing something, is in one particular profession, and they leave that particular profession and do something else. So there are abrupt endings in what you are doing. See, even normally heartline is seen in terms of your relationship and partnerships. So partnerships can be business partnerships or relationships as well, both these things. And these lines, if they are consistent, deep and clear without any breaks, those lines are considered to be much better as far as relationship or work goes. You would wonder why we are taking a look at the heartline in terms of your profession as well. See, everything is connected in our life. We also say sometimes that in Hindi we say "Mera dil nahi lag raha hai." It basically means that our heart is not in what we are doing, and if we are not able to give everything to give all our heart to a particular cause or a relationship or a profession, we are likely not to be able to perform in the best possible way. So your heart needs to be in what you are doing, and these breaks means though there may be abrupt ending in one's relationship or there may be abrupt ending in one's work, because there is a problem line on the heart line. You will notice there are problem lines out here, like the lines are breaking up into pieces at various points. You will notice that the breaks are starting quite early. This is when the person is very young, out here around the age of 19, 20, again starts and again breaks up around the age of probably 20, 25, then again starts and then again breaks somewhere close to the age of 30, then again starts, again breaks 30, 31, again starts, again breaks around the age of 31, 32 to 33, 30, and this again starts and breaks, kind of ends at the age of 35. So there could be instability, and then again it starts at the age of 35. So from the age of 35 to the age of 53, 55, this point is age 55, things are likely to be very, very stable in him. So So I would say that better prospects are after the age of 35. But one more thing I need to add out here, that we just can't say with certainty that the time when there is financial instability, there wouldn't be any good work. It's not like that. You must have heard a saying that fail fast. Failing fast means that you are trying out every possible thing, and when in the earlier portion of your life you have all the energies and stamina and vitality. So if you are able to, if you fail fast, that means you have tried out many different things, and then finally coming to a conclusion. So even if you find that there are breaks, still I wouldn't say that the person would cannot be successful. The person can be successful, and the reason why the person can be successful is because of a good Mars, the area of fire, the fighting spirit within this particular person, and the area of fuel, the area of energy and stamina and vitality. And still more important, the one of the most important areas to refer to is the area of Mount of Mercury. You would notice that there are very few lines over the Mount of Mercury. Having less lines over the Mount of Mercury is always good, because this is the area of your skill, calculations and communication. And if this particular area is neat and clean, the chances are that the person is likely to have very good set of skills. It could also means that the person is able to sharpen his skills. A person who sharpens their skills is automatically going to be more successful. The area of Mercury is the area of networking skill. This is the area of communication skills. This is the area of your calculations. This is the area of physics, chemistry, biology. This is the area of your business, statistics, economics. This is the area of chess playing. This is also the area of anything to do with intelligence. So having less lines is always better than more lines on your palm. And it basically means something like a brain of a child. A brain of a child is basically the why we say brain of a child, because when we have got less lines over the Mount of Mercury, it means that it's a blackboard that is neat and clean without anything written on it. So you can write anything on it, just like a child. In a child's brain, you can feed him with anything, and that person is going to learn. The child is going to learn at a very fast pace. So this is the graph of his learning graph. So having less lines over the Mount of Mercury signifies that the learning graph of this particular person is going to be very fast. So a person who has got this particular aspect is likely to be more successful. If this line of Mercury was much more deeper, much more clearer, we would have said that it is going to be much better. So I would suggest that try to sharpen your skills even further, so that you can gain from it. You would notice that there are very small lines out here. Smaller lines can be ignored because they are of no use, because we can't see them very clearly. These smaller lines means different set of skills, but these lines are very small, so we can easily ignore. We would say that there are only 2 lines, and even this particular line that I've just drawn, this is also weaker compared to this particular line. So 1 line means 1 skill, 2 lines means two skills, and 3 lines means 3 different set of skills. Now we move on to the other aspect of the palm, and that is the area of Mount of Sun. The Mount of Sun is the area of your career aspect, and Mount of Sun is basically for risk-taking abilities. This is the area of your, see, sun basically is very bright, and it is basically, it shines. So it is also the area of your name and fame as well. And if we have line something like this, it's there's a sun line out here, there's a sun line out here. There are 2-3 different set of sun lines. So having 1 sun line is very good, and even if you have got multiple sun lines, they should be very distinct and clear. Out here there are few breaks on the sun line, so there would be some changeovers that might take place in his life. And normally we draw a sun line something like this. The age intersection out here is age 35, intersection out here is age 53, and this is 53 and beyond. So you would notice after the age of 53, things are likely to be much better. And somewhere from this particular age also we find that there's a sun line. So this age is, if this is 35, this is 53, so somewhere in the middle is age 44. From the age of 42, 44, things are likely to be much brighter, and the person would be energizing their work and leading to more success in his life. The portion of the headline after the age of 35 is also quite neat and clean. It means that things are going to be more predictable, things are going to happen according to the person's wishes, and it's not only luck that is going to be playing out, it is their own hard work that is going to be playing out. It appears, if you just notice the hand, I can't touch the hand, so because the person has sent the hand over the email, but it does appear that the hand is quite firm. Firm hand means firmness in your mind, firmness in your emotions, firmness in every aspect of your life. So a firm hand kind of is much better than a very soft kind of very hand where we kind of we are able to hold the skin and it's very soft. So those hands are very sensual kind and very lazy kind, but this hand appears to be much more firmer. According to my experience, I feel that the hand is quite firm. Now, as far as the heart line goes, the branches that you see in the earlier portion out here on the heart line means love for children. Breaks on the heart line means some emotional disappointments or abrupt ending in a person's work. Then as we move forward, you would find that the heart line kind of dips a little bit downwards, pointing towards the area of the headline. The heart line that moves a little bit towards the towards the headline is a little bit negative, although it is not touching the headline, so still it is better. It means that, imagine this heart line, I'm just drawing a physical heart out here, and there's a branch that is hanging downwards. So a heart line that dips downward is kind of emotionally some disappointment might take place, or misplaced affections might take place, but we won't say with certainty because the heart line is not touching the headline. If it was touching, then we would have certainly said 100% emotionally huge emotional disappointments, or a person is affectionate to those people who are not worth their affection. It means misplaced affections. Now we move back to the line of money. Towards the end, you would notice that there appears to be no money line out here after the age of 53. There does appear to be a very small kind of a line. The person need not worry that there's no money line. Absence of money line doesn't mean that there's no money at all. If you have a sun line out here, that is good enough, and this portion of the sun line is after the age of 53, and this mercury line is there for all throughout your life. So a person who's having good set of skills is likely to be able to make their money all throughout their life. It's not only that you need to have a money line, only then you can make money. And sometimes absence of the line could mean unlimited possibilities. I would suggest this particular person to give more importance to the education and the skill part. The better the skills, the more the success, more this person could be more successful. So invest everything in your education. That is likely to bring you more results, and that can give you huge amount of results. Now we move to the left hand. The left hand, you would notice one more thing. I am just he has sent me the right hand attachment lines. This is the heart line. The line that are closer to the heart line is the earlier portion of those attachments. These lines are very small, so we can ignore. So bare smaller lines means attachments that the person may forget over a period of time. Longer attachment, deeper attachment means those attachments have a much more bearing and much more marking on their life, their emotional life. This is the best possible line that we can see. This line could be somewhere close to the age of 35. I would like kind of explain to you one more aspect. Palmistry books talk about closer lines are these are 18, then they move on something like this and something like this. So these lines are somewhere close to the age of 60, 65, 70. This age is around the age of 60, around the age of late 50s, and this is age 50. But in my case, I would say that this line is, my practical experience would say that looking at the palm, there's a changeover somewhere out here. So somewhere close to the age of 35, things are likely to change and much more firmer, deeper line can be seen, the fate line. And on the fate line, I'm trying to locate the person's stability in their relationship. So this is what I feel. Now we move to the left hand. In the left hand also same indications. Mars area is very good, less lines over the amount of Venus. Again, energies are well targeted. There's a line that is coming and striking the lifeline somewhere close to the age of 65. This time could be a little bit troublesome time for the person, health point of view wise, but because as such the hand quality is good, so we would say certainly everything is likely to be good. They're not going to be as bad as the person might think. This is the lifeline, and there's a small branch moving towards the area of mount of moon. This could mean a few issues, like it could mean health loss or wealth loss. Branches that are kind of moving out from the lifeline, this is the lifeline, and moving towards the mount of moon. This could mean also restlessness. So this could mean, but when we say some health loss or wealth loss, don't think that you lose everything. It could be just a partial thing. It could also mean that you willingly give out something to your loved ones or to a particular cause that you think about. The money line is originating on the mount of moon. This is also breaking before the age of 35. This is also the money line that is originating on the mount of moon. Mount of moon, when the money line originates on the mount of moon, it basically signifies benefits coming to the person from unknown people. It could be foreigners, it could mean staying far away from your birthplace, it could be staying far away, close to water, or help from females. Females could be mother, sister, daughter, wife. The presence after the daughter is born, things are likely to be much better. After marriage, things are likely to be better, but still there could be some instability as well. We can't say that everything is going to be good, but financially, if you kind of make the lady happy, if you make your partner very happy, probably that's when things are likely to be much better. So we have to do everything by which our partner gets happy. Those things are likely to bring you more success. The money line out here is breaking up somewhere close to the age of 29, 30, roughly at the age of 31. This line also starts somewhere close to the age of 28, 29, and it moves and it kind of vanishes away somewhere close to the age of 35. Another line starts somewhere close to the age of 36, 37. It is stable till the age of 53. And on the headline, this is the line of head. There's a small island-like formation. So islands on the headline means mentally the person might be a little bit like mental disappointments or mentally challenging time where some troubles might take place. And in this particular hand, you would notice on the headline, you would notice few backward kind of lines pointing towards the mount of Mars. Now backward lines pointing towards the Mars is also a negative sign, because what it brings is that it is kind of those, it is pointing towards the Mars means Mars is the area of anger, aggression and fire, and lines that join from pointing from the mount of Mars and join into the headline means aggression might come into your mind, and aggression in the mind is bad, because if we get angry, the chances of taking right decisions decrease. So one portion is age 35 when this trouble is happening, the other portion is somewhere before the age of 35. This intersection I've already mentioned, the intersection of the money and the headline, this age is 35. So all these problems are happening before the age of 35, and this backward line, the first backward line is at the age of 35, the other line is at the age of 32, the other one is somewhere close to the age of 27. So there could be some issues mentally. The person might be having few troubles. One good aspect about another line is that there is a line from the mount of Jupiter. This is the mount of Jupiter. It is kind of joining the line of head. This is the line of head or the lifeline. It could be any one of them. Both these indications are considered to be good, because what it basically means is that the person's mind or the life is getting guided by Jupiter. This is Jupiter, and that it is joining these lines. So mind getting guided by Jupiter means that the person is on the growth path. What is, for understand what is Jupiter? Jupiter is a big planet. What does big planet mean? It means growth, expansion, honor in one's life. Jupiter is also for religion. Jupiter is also for administration. Jupiter is also for systems. In government, there are systems. So the person could be following those systems. So it's a good aspect, and this is also the area of honor. So those honorable positions are constantly going to come in his life. So, and a person may reach to a high position, and these lines, although they are joining at an early portion somewhere close to the age of 18, this line is joining somewhere close to the age of probably 7, 8. So although these lines are joining the life or the headline at an earlier stage, but the effect of these lines remain throughout the life. As such, there's clarity in the heart line out here. There are breaks, but still there's clarity on the heart line. So it's a good aspect, because the person, in spite of these breaks and all, the person may not create stress and anxiety in himself. The heart line is also ending under the mount of Saturn. This aspect is considered to be good in terms of money, because where is heart targeting? It is targeted towards Saturn. Saturn is money, possessions, wealth, and responsibility and wisdom. And the heartline that ends on the mount of Saturn means those people value money, and these people are able to accumulate their money, and they are able to like provide everything to their relatives and other people with their material needs. The lifeline also has got an upward swing out here on the left hand, and as well as on the right hand. These upward lines pointing towards the mount of Saturn are considered to be good. They are originating somewhere close to the age of they're running close to the age of this is around the age of 40, late 30s and early 40s. And there are two this particular line can also be seen in terms of parallel money line. So this line is also this is the fate line, this is the money line, and this is also the parallel money line. So parallel money line means that there could be some financial support that the person may get in his life. It could also mean parallel kind of income. It could also mean just the person gets out of trouble financially somewhere or the other, and supporting, and it could mean two parallel incomes. In the right hand as well, the same indication can be seen, this line from the mount of Jupiter joining the lifeline or the line of head. Both these indications means the same thing, life or mind getting guided by Jupiter. And mind getting guided by Jupiter means growth oriented. Mind is growth oriented, always wanting to grow and reach to a prominent position in one's life. So these are the qualities that can give success. People who have these qualities are likely to be more successful compared to the other things. The structure of the hand, I have already explained to you how important it is. If a hand structure is good, it kind of, even if a person has got weaker lines, even those lines gain much more strength. Even those lines gain much more strength with a strong structured hand. So I would end my video out here, and I think that's it. That's it. I'm just taking a look at the other hand images. This particular sunline that you see out here, it is kind of originating on the mount of Mars positive. This is the Mars negative area, this is the Mars positive area. Mars positive area is the area of coolness, calmness, and tenacity. Like tenacity means in spite of opposition, the person basically sticks on. And the sunline that originates on the mount of Mars positive gets the quality of Mars positive. So the person would be known for coolness, calmness, and tenacity. It's a good aspect. And I would end my video out here. Before I end my video, I would just repeat few things that I repeat in almost all my videos. We can come to know about money from our heart, head, life, sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, or any other line. Importance of money line in terms of how much money we will make in our life is just 15%. We can basically come to know about money from any aspect of our palm. A saint once said, you don't need to go to an astrologer or a palmist to know about your future, because you already know your future. Present is a result of past. How will be my future? Future depends upon what you are doing in the present. What are we? We are product of our thoughts. So the thoughts that come to our mind are really important. Keep positive thoughts and keep good company. Company matters the most. Even if you have got everything bad in your hand, and if you are in the right company, nothing bad is going to happen to you. Thanks for watching. Bye and take care.